Hello, everybody. We are on week 6. Week 6 is coming up, and I think it's kind of a hard assignment, but I'm hoping that I can help you with that. I'm going to send you an awful lot of sites that may be helpful to you and that you may be able to use. The first thing I want to talk to you about is combating human trafficking. This is going to be your discussion. I'll be sending you a ton of information on that. So if you have any questions, again, 413-883-3537. The next thing we're going to have is it's a different type of assignment. So I want you to know what this assignment is. The next assignment is going to be doing a PowerPoint. And for those of you who have not done a PowerPoint before, this is where the difficulty will lie with you. I need you to have at least 4 to 5 external sources in which I'm going to be giving a lot of those to you, or you can find your own. I love it when you find your own. And in fact, I had a student last week that did her own survey, and that was very cool. But this here has to have a voice overlay, and I think the most important thing that you have to know about this is the rubric. And the rubric will tell you exactly what's expected of you. When we look at the slides, when we look at the voice overlay right here, it has to be clear and concise. Now, I also had another student say that death by PowerPoint. Many people have had to sit through death by PowerPoint. I think it's important to realize that a PowerPoint is only there to click your mind on what you're presenting and to be able to present it and be articulate about what you're giving. So it's something that somebody can focus on to look at, but you are the show. So you need to make sure your voice overlay is not reading. You're not reading your slide. You're going to tell me about your slide. You're going to tell me about what you found out, what you ended up doing. And I think that will help an awful lot on your grade. But on top of that, it won't be death by PowerPoint. By the way, I love that when that was written this week, death by PowerPoint. I try to remember that all the time when I'm doing a class and I'm doing a PowerPoint, that the PowerPoint's only there to keep me on track and to make sure I cover all the points. And that's what you should be using yours for. So make sure you look at your PowerPoints, how many you're doing. Now, one of the things I wanted to make sure you know here that you have to do at least a front sheet or front PowerPoint, and then another, the last one will be all your citations. But in between that, you should have minimal 15 to 20 slides. 15 to 20 slides. And I think with this, what you're writing on, what you're doing your PowerPoint on will be exceptional because there's an awful lot of information there. And it's, as I said, it is hard. If you are having a difficult time with it, you need to let me know right away. I don't want to know the last minute. I also want to make sure you know that I need these on the day they are due because my grades are due and the school has said these must be in on time. So with that, good luck to you. Make sure you look at my email that I sent you, an announcement, so you get those. I'm going to just quickly show some of them. One is the National Strategy to Combat Human Trafficking. Another one's Media Reporting on Human Trafficking. Another one is the U.S. Department of State, 15 Ways to Fight Human Trafficking. That's a great one, too. And then we have the Organization of Security and Cooperation in Europe, Combating Human Trafficking. That's a great one as well. We have an empirical analysis. Well, this will be through the Department of Justice. And then we have another paper that was paid for by Tony Butler. It's another Department of Justice paper. And this is also who I wanted you to know who the Organization of Security and Cooperation in Europe was. So with that in mind, these are all great sources I'm giving you. I spent a lot of time looking for them, but that doesn't mean you have to use them. You may find some that are better. I did find the one that was great, but I thought you'd all go, what, are you kidding me? Because it was like 700 pages. So it really wasn't. It was like 580, but that's a lot. So there was a lot of information. Feel free to call if you need anything. Bye-bye. And best of luck.